wreaths will be laid singly. Thereafter, I will double them up to save time.
On behalf of the Canadian Peacekeepers, Bob Sutherland. On behalf of the Afghan veterans, retired Corporal Jeremy Cow. The Aboriginal veterans wreath to be laid by Bob Sutherland. The Burma Star veterans wreath will be laid this morning by Justin Chapman and Scott McCabe on behalf of Burma Star veteran Robert Siddon, who could not be with us this morning.
Sorry, my husband's laying the wreath.
On behalf of the Sikh veterans, Sukhdev Singh Sangha. The Royal Canadian Legion Branch 263 wreath will be laid by President Bob Chapman. The Ladies Auxiliary Branch 263 wreath will be laid by President Fran McDermott. The Coquitlam RCMP wreath will be led by Superintendent Annette Fellner. The Rescue wreath will be led by Chief Jim Ogloff. Coquitlam Search and Rescue will be led by Steve Chapman. The next wreath will be led by Coquitlam Firefighters Local 1782 Honour Guard. The next wreath will be in memory of Master Corporal Ray Arndt, to be led by Coquitlam firefighter and retired Sergeant Anthony Swainson and retired Corporal Jeremy Kayal. The next wreath to be laid is on behalf of School District 43, Coquitlam. It is in memory of Private Donald Roy Spinks, to be laid by Veronica Spinks. The next wreath is in memory of Joan and Merv Williams, to be laid by Janet Melamick and family. Of Bill Frith by Janet Melamick and family. The next wreath to be laid is Harry Ross Coventry by daughter Linda Lewis and great-grandsons John, Cole and Douglas. The next wreath to be laid is in loving memory of Elsley Falls, to be laid by the Foltz family. The next wreath is in memory of Joe and Vi Godin by Al and Neil Godin.
The next wreath is in memory of David, Agnes, James, and Jim Fletcher, and it will be laid by the Fletcher family. The next wreath in loving memory of Pat Brown by the Brown family.
The next wreath to be laid is in memory of Gordon Simmons, to be led by Damien Reid Lucas.
Right up with me.
The next wreath is on behalf of the Canadian Spitfire Society, to be led by Maureen Patz and Dave Burnell. The next wreath to be laid is 808 Coquitlam RCACS by Warrant Officer 1 Jimmy Ryu. I'm now going to double up on the wreaths in order that we can get through them in a timely manner. So I will be calling them 2 by 2 from now on. So the next 2 wreaths to be laid are 2827 PCR RCAC Lieutenant Patrick Wong and St John Ambulance 1210 Tri-Cities Youth Division by Ryan Chen. Cities Youth Division. The next 2 wreaths are the Crossroads Hospice Society, to be led by John Meneghello, and Errol Hague Society, to be led by Robert Dalzell and Jerome Ackerman. The next 2 wreaths are the Knights of Columbus Councils 32395540 and 9775, to be led by Giuseppe Emanuel, and the Kinsman Club of Coquitlam, to be led by Bruno Pandiera and Ron Rothwell. The next 2 wreaths are on behalf of the Rotary Club of Coquitlam by Linda Reimer, and Rotary Club of Coquitlam Sunrise, to be led by Katrina Shellas. The next 2 wreaths to be laid are the Sorrow Optimist Tri-Cities by Bonita Zarillo and Blue Mountain Lodge 182, to be led by Martin Hufty and Lauren Donaldson. The next two wreaths are the Coquitlam Foundation, led by Linda Marigello, and the Society Francophone de Mladville, David Berard and Richard Sumas. The next two wreaths to be led will be the Austin Heights Business Improvement Association, led by Roger Koch, and Tri-Cities Chamber of Commerce, led by Randy Webster. The next two wreaths are by QP Local 386 of the Coquitlam Civic Workers, to be led by Mike Richard, and New Westminster and District Labour Council, to be led by Carolyn Turpin. The next two wreaths are the Coquitlam's Teachers Association, to be led by Ken Christensen, and the Girl Guides of Canada Como Lake District Girl Guides. The next two wreaths are the Girl Guides of Canada, Monday Lake District.
Et les scouts francophones se souviennent.
The next two wreaths are Scouts Canada, 1st Coquitlam, and Scouts Canada, 12th Coquitlam, to be led by the Scouts. The next two wreaths are the Coquitlam Minor Lacrosse by Mike Quinn, and the Coquitlam Little League by the players. The Coquitlam Little League by the players. The next two wreaths are the Coquitlam Burke Mountain BC Liberal Riding Association by Katerina Anastasiades and Port Moody Coquitlam Conservative Association Marko Dekovic and Lada Morris. The last two wreaths are the Douglas College, to be led by Bill Archibald, and the Errol Tracy Queen's Own Rifles, in memory of Frederick and Joseph Welsh, to be led by Beverly and John Welsh. Next wreath to be laid by Errol Tracy of the Queen's Own Rifles by Mike and Gordon Tracy. If anyone else has a wreath, or if I've forgotten anyone, please step forward. If there's any children out there that wish to lay a wreath, they can also step forward. Okay, I shall take that as the conclusion of the wreath-laying ceremony, which is, of course, the conclusion of our service here today. At this point, I would ask the band to please play God Save the Queen, and our singer will step forward and do the same. After which, the colour party will form up the parade to be outside to parade back to the Legion, where everyone is welcome back at the Legion, the kids and scouts as well.
Call parade, chin! Call parade, present, colours! Call parade!
On behalf of the Royal Canadian Legion, I would like to thank everyone for attending here today. This concludes our service. Thank you.
Chin! Call party! Take march!
veterans.